Hey guys, I'm back to chat with you about my pregnancy, weeks 17 through 19. I cannot believe that I am already at the halfway point, tomorrow being my 20th week mark. A lot has happened in the last couple weeks, including our halfway ultrasound, which is like the big one. It's called the anatomy ultrasound, and that's where you basically get to see the baby in his or her entirety. Let me just put this down. For the anatomy ultrasound, you basically see everything from the toes to the hands and like the legs, the 4 chambers of the heart, the spinal cord, and the brain. They pretty much check out everything, which is really cool because it makes the ultrasound just a bit longer. So whenever I get to see the baby, I never wanted to stop. The ultrasound was also really cool because you could see how much the baby's moving. We could watch the baby yawn, suck his or her thumb. He or she was doing bicycle kicks basically against my uterus. So it was a lot of fun, and we told the technician that we didn't want to find out the gender just then, so we had to be careful about certain areas that she was looking at, and she ended up giving us an envelope with the gender. Ended up doing a little cupcake gender reveal with just my husband and I here the next day, and it was so much fun. If you don't follow me personally, then you probably don't know what the gender is. Yay, so you can see we're having a baby boy. As I mentioned earlier, I'm right about 20 weeks. I'm at that 19-week mark. So technically the baby this week is the size of a mango. So just about 6 inches or so, if you can picture like half a ruler, from head to foot, which is really, really exciting. And I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting a bump. It's happening. And I've been waiting for one for so long. I'm not fitting into most of my leggings, like my workout leggings. And I'm definitely not fitting into my jeans. It's been a while since I fit into those. I actually just got my first pair of maternity jeans from Target. I was planning to spend a little bit more to get a pair that was high quality, since I hate jeans to begin with. Like even when I'm not pregnant, I hate jeans. So I was planning to spend a pretty decent amount on one really good pair, and I ended up finding these Target jeans, and they were only 30 bucks. So let me show you them real quick. Okay, so these are the Isabel maternity line by Ingrid and Isabel, and they're at Target. The pair that I got specifically are the skinny crops, and I love this because I have short legs, so I really appreciate a crop. It will come up like over my belly, and it comes up like pretty far, all the way up here. And the back has this cross piece here. I don't like when the material comes up this high on the back side, so I'm excited about this crossover piece here. And the fabric is just really soft. It's already stretched on me. Who knows how much I'm gonna gain and in what area, so I'm excited that it is really, really stretchy, and you can tell it's a pretty good color. I told myself I'm only getting one pair of maternity jeans because as soon as it starts getting warm, I'm just wearing dresses. I'm never gonna wear pants again. Now I can like look like a normal human again. I don't have to wear black leggings every single day. So I guess at this point I might as well show you my bump. Side note, one of my biggest regrets for this apartment while we were here was not getting a full-length mirror. It is impossible to put outfits together or even to take a proper bump update picture. So I'm gonna take you to the bathroom and see if that helps, because this isn't doing it justice. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna zoom in real slow for you. I am getting a bump for sure. And you can see like the separation here. How dirty this mirror is, oh my gosh. When I have like a longer shirt on, you can see it right there. So one of the things I've been loving within the past couple weeks was that I started feeling the baby kicking. And it started off around like week 17 or so. It felt like some sort of fluttering. It's also been described as like a fish in a fishbowl swimming around. So I could feel something was moving, I guess you could say. As the weeks went on, I believe it was like at the end of my 18th week, I started feeling kicks for sure. And it's because the baby's cartilage is now turning into bone. So like kicks and stuff are getting stronger, and I'm able to feel them. And now through week 19, they're very much full on kicks and like punches, I guess. You can't see them through the skin, but you can definitely feel them. And I'm excited because I had been trying to get Tommy to feel one, to kind of like share in this joy with me. But it was hard because every time I would feel one, I'd like have him run over and put his hand on my belly and nothing would happen. So finally yesterday, I got him to feel 2 kicks in a row, and he was so excited about it. It's been a nice little reminder because early on in the pregnancy, besides for, you know, knowing that I'm pregnant, there was no way to feel that I was pregnant. So it's getting really real, and I am so excited for what's to come, the physical aspects of it. So in terms of how I feel, I've actually been feeling amazing. Physically, like super high energy. I don't really need to nap anymore, which is such a plus. I feel like I'm like going, and I'm feeling really great in the gym. I'm just now though starting to feel really uncomfortable with certain movements, like me having to twist from like my ab region. I'm just being really cautious with that. I am though feeling something called round ligament pain. I can put a picture up here. So essentially the round ligament is a piece of connective tissue that comes from your groin region all the way up and attaches at your uterus, and it's supporting the uterus. So if you want to think of it as like this rubber band like connective tissue, the more that the uterus is growing, the more that connective tissue gets stretched. So I have been feeling like sharp shooting pains on either side of my groin area, like up towards my uterus. It usually happens when I'm walking or doing some sort of movement. It does halt me in my tracks for a few seconds and then it goes away. I talked to my midwife about it and she said that's completely normal as long as I'm not having any other crazy symptoms along with the ligament pain, I'll be just fine. Another thing that I'm not loving so much is that I have to pee all the time. I had that problem before I was pregnant, so you can only imagine how bad it is now. Also within the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a little uncomfortable while I'm sleeping. Depends on who you ask. My midwife says that I don't have to worry about sleeping on my back until around week 28 when it becomes very uncomfortable, like I can feel the pressure from the baby. Whereas like if you look on the internet, other sites might say around weeks like 18 or so to stop sleeping on your back. So I've been taking precautions, trying to sleep on my side more. The problem is I'm such a back sleeper, and so I've been really uncomfortable and it's affecting my sleep for sure. So I ended up buying a pregnancy pillow. I wanna show you guys what it looks like. It's huge and it takes up so much of the bed, but to be honest, I'm loving how much support it's giving me and help me sleep better immediately. This is my pregnancy pillow. So it's shaped like a C, or a G, I guess you could say. You use this part on your back, and then you wrap your leg around this side. So your hips are supported and everything when you sleep. And it's incredible because it kind of like wraps you in a little cocoon and gives you so much support with your neck and your hips. I read so many reviews that husbands steal those pregnancy pillows from their wives after they've given birth and stuff because of how comfortable it is. I ended up going with the Snuggle, and I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond because I didn't want to wait to order it. I was that uncomfortable and I wanted to sleep. I could have probably gone with one that's a bit less toxic, but I decided to just go with something that's easy and convenient. And the one that I picked has an 100% organic cotton covering on it, so that kind of gives me a peace of mind to see this lady right here, how she's sleeping on the pillow. That's exactly how I'm using it. Otherwise, I'm really loving this point in the pregnancy. I actually had a friend say to me recently that pregnancy is looking good on me and that I seem to be really enjoying it. And it really made my day because, you know, as a woman, you always think about what you're gonna be like when you're pregnant. And I'm really sensitive, so I was worried that it would, you know, not be as fun for me. But every single woman's different. Some women just don't enjoy it, and that's totally fine. Obviously, I can't wait to meet our baby boy, but I am loving the fact that my body can do such an incredible job of creating him and nurturing him and getting him to a place where he's ready to meet us one day. I will say that time is flying. I can't believe I'm halfway through. So it's very important to me to be in the moment and appreciate every little thing that's going on because this is something really, really special. A lot of people are asking me what my pregnancy cravings are. I don't have anything super strong that I'm craving. I basically am just eating the way I normally eat and making sure that I'm super hydrated all the time. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, my husband and I ended up getting a water filter right away. It's called the Berkey water filter, and my sisters also have Berkeys. They are incredible because they filter out pretty much everything. After doing research and finding out what's in our tap water, including like hormones like birth control and chemicals and pesticides and things like that, it was really important to me that I was doing everything I could to minimize my exposure to things like that. If you think about it, you're drinking water all day long and every day, And you can eat healthy, you can exercise, you can do so many other things, but if your main water source is not clean, that could be playing a huge negative role on your health. So I ended up getting a Berkey, which I will show you. Let me take you there real quick. This is the Berkey water filter. This is the smallest size. Basically, you fill up the water at the top and then it comes down through these filters and then it has the spout here. And I ended up getting a water bottle so that I can keep the water cold. I keep transferring it from one place to the next. Hey baby. Some of these pictures are so funny. That's him trying to suck his thumb. Anywho, while I'm here, I might as well show you one of the things that I've been loving lately. We have absolutely nothing in this fridge right now. I need to go to the supermarket. I've been loving sauerkraut. So this one's called Wild Vine. This is red beet and cabbage kraut, and it's so clean. It's just red cabbage, organic beets, pears, sea salt, and spices, and garlic. I'm really into this right now. And another brand called Beyars. I've been having this a lot with my like eggs in the morning and stuff, but I know how good it is for your gut microbiome and keeping the good bacteria growing and keeping the bad ones out. My focus right now has been to keep my gut flourishing. I know that it will only help with my immune system. The baby takes up a lot of your immune function because you're protecting the baby. And so it's important to me that I'm getting the right fermented foods in my diet, and this one is really helping me. I'm having this at least every day. And sometimes I just go into the fridge and I take a forkful when I'm hungry. It's a really good snack. And I'm making a mess. While we're on the topic of probiotics, this is our supplement section. Can't use half of this stuff anymore because I'm pregnant and I just want to be careful. It was when I was trying to help balance my hormones, but here's my prenatal, and then this is my probiotic, which I take every single day as well. Love this one. It's a lot cheaper than some of the like trendy brands out there, which is nice, and it's better, I feel. 50 billion live cultures and 12 strands. A naturopath, when I was trying to balance my hormones prior to pregnancy, had recommended this brand. So I'm taking this first thing in the morning as well. One food that you could probably say I'm craving right now is sardines. And I know it sounds very weird. It creeps people out, but you can't knock it if you haven't tried it or made it properly. They're really, really good. I am loving sardines right now because of how nutrient jam-packed they are. They have things like omega-3 fatty acids, B12, selenium, and they're a very low mercury fish. So that means that it's very safe for pregnant women to consume. But I am primarily eating them because of the omega-3 fatty acid called DHA. And that DHA is crucial for baby's brain development and vision development. So a lot of midwives or OBs will recommend that their pregnant patients take some sort of omega-3 fatty acid supplement like fish oil during pregnancy to help with that development for the baby. But instead of doing that, I'm just gonna be consuming it with the sardines. I'm having them probably around 2 times a week or so, and I'm staying within like the recommended dose, and they're just such a good source of protein, and I'm usually having them around lunch. And while I'm on the topic of food, I wanted to show you my new favorite book that I've been reading. It's called Real Food for Pregnancy by Lily Nichols. She's a registered dietitian, really diving deep into like the science and studies behind what foods we should be eating while we're pregnant to help our babies develop in an optimal way. And I also love her perspective, something I mentioned during the last video, but she talks a lot about how like the way our diet is and our lifestyle is absolutely affects the gene expression for our future children. So she goes into depth with pretty much every different aspect of food that you could imagine. She gives you a meal plan, some different recipes and stuff, and when it comes to like supplements, she gives you a lot of information. So I highly recommend this book to anyone who's an expecting mom and who's looking to change their diet during their pregnancy. Okay guys, I think that is all I have for you at the moment. I'm sorry if it was a lot of information crammed into yet another long video. Me and my pregnancy pillow will be back to chat with you guys about weeks 20 through 22 in the next video. All right guys, see you next time. Bye.